Hey, this is Sensibility Speaks. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
This channel discusses trending topics, celebrity news, and reality TV.
Tonight, okay, you guys saw the Miss Carol, Queen of Etiquette, okay, trying to keep the girls of Love and Marriage Huntsville together.
Well, I think you all did amazing. I was so thankful that you all selected me to come in to kind of help out, and hopefully it helped.
Yes, I think it definitely did. So what really sparked the idea for the tea party was after, we'd had our first all girls day at a spa, and the conversations were really going haywire. It was a lot of things that were, said in a way that I just really felt, we can communicate a little bit better, right? Mm-hmm. So you came into the second time of us all getting together since the spa day. What were your thoughts as an etiquette coach, right? Yeah. Do this, I know you told me you do this for some NBA players even. Like, give us a little bit of background on you, and then we'll go into your thoughts in regards to how the tea party went overall.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I'm a former educator, right? So that means that I've been in all sorts of situations. My background is one where my family, were entrepreneurs, and I have an older brother, and I was the wild child. I was the one always getting in trouble. So when it comes to adversity or people doing things that maybe they shouldn't, it's like my heart kind of goes out, but I'm able to relate to them. Yeah. So when you all were having your challenges there, it was like, I don't want to say I'm an empath, but it's like I can kind of understand, and I try to go where people are or try to relate to maybe how they felt. But at the same time, with being an etiquette consultant, we have to always be, kind, but that doesn't mean that you have to be a pushover either. There's still that fine line, because sometimes you have to state your claim. Like, you don't defame someone's, person. You speak the truth. Like, I didn't like how this made me feel, or, when you did this, it made me upset, or whatever it is that you need to say. But sometimes when we throw jabs at each other, that right there isn't showing compassion, or it's not showing respect, or, just being empathetic. And I think right now we're at a time where a lot of people are not empathetic. So when things are happening in our lives, instead of us trying to understand how they may feel, because we've all been inundated with so much negativity, it's like we just become numb, like, well, I don't really care about that, or that's your problem. And so it just turns into something very negative and nasty. So, we just have to be mindful. That's all.
And that is true. That is true. And you know what? It's an upward journey for us all every day.
Yeah. And with us, and you know what, Melody, by us going through the pandemic, it's really changed a lot of people in their spirits. A lot of people are hurting inwardly, and because we've been separate for so long, that people are trying to find their way back and being more hospitable and kind to each other, but it's still kind of a struggle. I think that pandemic did a doozy on a lot of people.
Right. I agree. And, like I said, we're all every day trying our best to figure it out and do as best as we can with everything that life is throwing our way. One of my questions for you is, how long have you been teaching etiquette? And you're based out of Atlanta.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've actually been teaching etiquette for about 7 or 8 years.
Okay. So if you're in the Atlanta area, make sure, if you have daughters, if you want to do something like we did tonight, where it's a group of girlfriends where maybe there have been some communication issues, or maybe there are no communication issues, but you just want to have a fun night where Miss Carol comes in and teaches some amazing, pieces of the etiquette world to you guys. Make sure you look her up, follow her, and book her. Miss Carol, I think that watching the episode, of course I was there.
You did amazing, though. Let me just, first of all, before we go any further, let me just tell you that your composure was wonderful.
Thank you.
I think you held it together so well because it, by it being your party and everything, I know you wanted to act just like you looked, which was beautiful. It could have easily turned a different way, had you responded, especially, some things that were stated that was kind of blunt. It was just like, and you sat and you looked and you just kept a great composure. And I was really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I was going to say that I felt like you were the calm to a lot of the storms happening. You stepped in right. I felt right when you needed to and calm things down. Even at one time, you touched Tiffany and said, "You pregnant, baby."
Well, that's true. Even though that's a show, and people are looking in on you all's lives, that's still a real thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt as though she was starting to breathe very heavily. Mm-hmm. So that meant that was stressful. Yeah. And I don't think that was taken into consideration at that time, how they were going back and forth. It's like, she's pregnant. Let's talk a little bit more kindly, and as gentle women, right? So I think that was where I was concerned for her.
Absolutely, and rightfully so. I think that one thing that we all learned from you at the tea party is that there's a way where we can communicate our differences and communicate our opinions in a way where it's respectful, right? You hear me out, I hear you out. We either are going to understand one another or we're not, but being okay if we don't understand each other and still be able to move forward. And I think you worked hard at the tea party and what I saw in tonight's episode to kind of keep us on the right track. What do you feel like you gained being around all of these ladies, right? You never met any of us. So let me say this. Now, Miss Carol is a soror, okay? But we had never met prior to the tea party, so there was no favoritism. There was no, in any shape, form, or fashion, like, okay, I'm coming in here to Mel's tea party and I'm going to chew everybody out who doesn't like Mel. It was nothing like that. So meeting all of these ladies, including myself for the first time, what was your take and what do you think, Ms. Carol, going forward that we can all do and work on to keep us all in a positive space?
Well, I think to stay in a positive space, we probably just need to find a moment of just being grateful and thankful. I think sometimes we take waking up every morning for granted. And I know some things may or may not go the way we want them to go. And we all have our days. We all have our moments. Things happen. But you have to, you have to realize that you're representing yourself. You're representing your family. And, if you're a businesswoman, you're representing your business. And I think, as Black women, we have it hard enough as it is. And so I just think that when you can find something positive, like they say, it's that karma. Whatever you put out, it comes back. So you want to just make sure that whatever you're putting out, you want it to be something that you can be proud of that will come back to you. And we never know how it's going to come back. That's the crazy part. It can come back to our family. It can come back to us through our business, through our lives. We don't know in what way it's going to come back. So we just want to be mindful and we want to put more positive energy out in the world than negative.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty much where I come from.
That's beautiful. And I love that. And I think if we sit back, sometimes we can sit back and look at things. I know even for you saying being grateful, a lot of times I look at my situation and I'll sometimes just post on my story, thankful, grateful, because I see how literally God has been blessing and opening doors and giving me favor. And I'm a firm believer that you get what you put out, just like you said. And so you're right. We all can work a little bit harder on being grateful versus complaining versus finding negative, and actually be thankful and grateful for where we are and what God has blessed us with. Miss Carol, is there anything else or any wonderful tips you want to leave us with tonight before we let these beautiful people get off our Instagram? Everyone on here is just saying you are right. Exactly, Miss Carol. They love you, by the way.
Thank you so much.
You give a class. She teaches classes. That's why I told y'all, go follow her. She's up here right now. Y'all see her at the top because she's on this live with me. Go over there and click follow because she teaches classes.
I do, and thank you so much, Melody. Thank you for going live with me. But I want to share just a couple of things, a few tips, and then also, some of the programs and things that we have at the Elite School of Etiquette.
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Well, I just want us to know as a community that etiquette is actually a part of our DNA. One of the things that most people don't know, because when we talk about etiquette, and, this is a quick little lesson here, most people think that when we talk about etiquette, that you have to be stiff or you have to be some kind of way other than who you are. But really, etiquette is just about what I said on the show. It's about how you just make other people feel being around you. And etiquette actually came from us. When we say it came from us, etiquette was actually from the Moors. The Moors, which means the Africans. The Africans were the ones who actually civilized the Europeans. And that's part of our DNA. So we're already naturally a peaceful race of people. And a lot of times people are assuming that, we're trying to act a way that we're not. And in actuality, it is who we are. And I'm gonna give you a good example. Think about it. When people start talking about slavery, because it seems like that's always where we're placed. If we talk about Black people, we always talk about slavery, right? But if you think very hard on this, we always had Big Mama in the house. Do you remember Big Mama in the house taking care of the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. So if Big Mama was in the house teaching the children, what was she teaching them? She was teaching them manners.
Right.
So where did she get that from? Slave master didn't teach her that. She came with that. So it's just like a lot of other philosophies that are part of who we are. And so as that woman, I find it my duty to help to empower, to educate, to make people feel comfortable, and also to help bring out the light in other people so that they can be the best version of themselves. So that's my goal and my passion with me teaching etiquette. And of course, it's coming through etiquette. And, that's a buzzword nowadays. So I'm just thankful that God is using me, Melody, as a vessel to be able to work with our community to help us to shine. So with that being said, we do offer quite a few programs to help in that way. And I know you mentioned that you would like to be a judge in our pageant,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
Well, you know what? The pageant that we have is actually the very first etiquette-based pageant in the world. It's the Miss Excellence Georgia Scholarship Pageant, and it's coming this November. We also have an adult dining class. One of the key things that we need to know as adults is, one, we're our children's first teacher. So we offer an adult dining session because our children need to know how to eat correctly. A lot of kids don't even eat at a dinner table anymore. So if they're invited out to a sports banquet, to an award ceremony, hey, you never know. They may play sports so well they get to go and meet the president and they have to dine. Well, a lot of us don't know what to do. And how you dine will cause another person to judge you. And we only get 7 seconds to make a first impression. So if I don't know what to do with my utensils, I'm watching and doing the wrong thing, they're going to categorize you. So you miss out on opportunities. So we have the adult dining. We also have our charm school. We have a one-day preview, Melody, this summer for moms and daughters. I wish you could come to Atlanta with your
I'm
daughters.
coming. Tell me when. I'll be there.
Well,
As long as the date, as long as I'm not already booked, I sure
well,
will.
it's June 24th, and it's going to be from 12 until 3. And there, let me tell you what makes our charm school beautiful. The full charm school is coming next summer, but we're having etiquette, we have French, and we have ballet. So each one serves a purpose because we want our girls to be well-rounded. We want our girls to be exposed to other things, to cause them to be more aware of themselves. The ballerina, she's a black ballerina who will be coming in to work with them on their poise, their posture, and their grace. Because our girls, they just sit any kind of way with their legs open, they walk any kind of way, stand any kind of way. Well, no, let's at least expose them.
Yes.
So if they choose to do it their way, if they have to switch over, at least they're like, I've been exposed to that. And that's what separates us. Exposure. It's not that, my mom has a lot of money or it's this, that, and the other. It's exposure.
Yes, yes.
So the more we expose our children to things that will help to elevate them, the better they're going to be in the long run.
And I love that. And, I saw some people in the chat, they said they actually went to charm school as a child as well. June 24th, I am booked, so I was saddened when you said the date.
Already okay.
But we'll figure something else out. But, I recall even at the tea party, you and I speaking, and you told me that, and it goes back to, what we've been taught and what we've learned from childhood. But you told me you even have sometimes NBA players who go into the league or NFL players.
Well, they're NFL players. I'm a former, it came full circle. Remember we said what we put out sometimes comes back to us?
Yes,
I'm actually a former NFL cheerleader. I cheered for the Falcons. And so I had the opportunity to work with the rookie players for the Atlanta Falcons, helping them with their dining skills. Yeah. And it's kind of interesting, Melody, because they were saying, when I go on a date, I don't know what fork to use and whatnot. And I said, wow, you never know. You might fall in love with a young lady who does have those skills. And she may be looking at you, judging you. So I said, don't you want to be the one to be able to lead and know exactly what to do, especially when you have award ceremonies or you all are going out to these fabulous places? Wouldn't it be nice to actually know what to do? And they were so super excited. So I was happy to be able to share that information and work with them.
That's beautiful.
On that.
That's beautiful. That is, Miss Carol, I appreciate you so much. And everyone, they're all saying thank you. You're awesome. They're going to start following you, of course. So get ready for that. And please, I saw some of them asking for a virtual class. I saw some of them asking for the date for the pageant and the charm school, all of that. So make sure you flood your story and your page with the details and the information. I'm telling you all, I have seen her in action in person with a group of ladies who I know can go very left very quickly. And when I say her professionalism and her true heartfelt desire to see us all behave and act in a way that is positive, that's what she embodies, all of that. She exudes that type of energy. That is what she desired out the gate. And she helped us to keep everything up a little bit. She helped us bring it right on back.
Well, you know what, Melody? I'm going to say this because I can't go further, but I'm doing God's work.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe that he speaks through me wherever I am and whatever I do related to etiquette. He was the one who brought me to this space. So I don't want to make it seem like, oh, I do this and I'm so amazing. That's God speaking through me because he wants order. He wants peace. He wants us to be able to get along with each other. He wants us to excel. Right? Yeah. And so we have so many young ladies, and this is a key point that I really want to bring up. We have so many young ladies in our world today who are saying that they don't have real role models. When we were, I grew up I was born in the 60s, so that meant that I was in high school in the 80s. But we had so many women who were role models. I mean, the way that they carried themselves, their mannerisms, they spoke to each other.
When you think about the shows, like for me as a child, like watching the Cosby Show, right? And
Yes.
where she walked and carried herself just with poise and class,
Yes, right? And if she got upset about something, it would be like a little smirk, like, how dare you?
Right.
They would say what they had to say without demeaning or even making themselves look like an idiot. It was they just had so much more class. And so we've moved so far away from that. And so our young ladies today, whether they're small or, in college, out of college, they're yearning. They want someone to help to guide them. I've had young ladies to say, Miss Carol, can you teach me how to be a lady? And I'm thinking like, where's your mom? Like, then I start thinking, where are the women in the community? But when you think about it, a lot of our young girls are looking at social media as their teacher. And so if we're not putting out something to show them that you can still be beautiful doing these things, or you can still be yourself, but don't put it on social media. Or you can say these things, but don't post that on social media, because we all get angry. We may say a curse word here or there. Don't get me wrong, we're not perfect.
Right.
But we have to monitor ourselves accordingly. And that's what causes a woman to be more attractive. That's what causes the men to be attracted to the women as well. And that just makes for more peace. We get along with each other as women if we're able to embrace who we are and just be more of who God made us to be.
Absolutely. Well, I am positive. I am hopeful that as we go through the rest of this year, that we continue to all grow and work hard to get to the end goal, right?
Amen.
It's ask, we're human, but hopefully we all continue to work hard to get to the end goal. Thank you so much, Miss Carol, for coming on tonight. I appreciate you, and stay in touch, because I know I told you me and my daughters we're going to come over and do an etiquette class anyway. So we'll plan that, and I appreciate you. Thank you for everything you did for the Ladies of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and thank you for being a guest on my live tonight.
Well, I am so blessed. I'm blessed to be able to be here with you. I'm blessed to be able to share information with your followers and those who are listening tonight. I just want people to walk away knowing that etiquette is not a bad thing. We use etiquette every day, whether we're driving a car, playing sports, going to school, going to work, no matter where we are. So I just want people to gravitate towards being the best version of themselves. That's what we need.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day. And
Thank you.
On this live, just let me know.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you. I love you, Soror, and congratulations on your show. Congratulations on your new line of products. I'm going to check them out because I saw a couple of items that I thought would be nice to purchase. So I'll be in touch. Yes. And we'll talk some more. And if you need me for anything, please feel free to reach out, Melanie, for your children and for yourself.
I sure will. Thank you, Miss Carol.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. Did y'all enjoy Miss Carol? Isn't she just beautiful? When I say such a sweet spirit, she has such a sweet spirit. She's so sweet. And I really do feel like her presence just brought a different type of calm to the tea party. You guys, of course, y'all only saw a few minutes of it, but it was like a 2-hour tea party. And a lot of things went on, but she brought us back in. She kept us together. She corrected us on things when she needed to. And she really taught us the correct way to drink tea and to stir the tea and all of that. I learned some things. It was nice. So I think overall, all of the ladies enjoyed the tea party. Wasn't everybody just beautiful? You can't deny that. You cannot deny that. Everyone at that tea party was so beautiful. I know y'all saw it. When I say they came ready for a tea party, the ladies came ready for a tea party. I love it when we show up fabulous, and I love it when we show up looking like black excellence. Okay, and that's what we were given. So I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, if you missed me on Twitter, I was live tweeting while the show was airing. Until I think tomorrow or Monday, make sure you get some Seventh Avenue skincare products or some push through merch. God said go. God bless you on your journey with 20% off using the discount code QUEEN. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. You all are queens. We are all queens. We're all beautiful. God created us this way. And y'all deserve the rest tomorrow. So prop your feet up and enjoy your day. And make sure you grab some merch or 7th Avenue Skincare. All right. Good night, everyone. Love y'all. My regular, I'm talking